All right, and we are back with Sound Goblin Storytime as we continue our playthrough of Paranormasight, the Seven Mysteries of Hanjo. I am, as always, Bograt,
I'm Krampus.
I'm Jim.
I'm Hunter Green.
I'm Vincent.
and we'll get right back into it. So last time around, we had started off all the three protagonist storylines as we finished off Shogo Okie. So now we are here. In the interest of keeping things even, we'll go ahead and just start with Yako. So every time you go into a new chapter, you do get a summary of what happened last in that storyline, which is kind of a nice little detail because it is possible to follow certain storylines for quite a while before switching a lot of times. So it can be easy to forget what the last thing you did in them was. But so here, basically the last thing that we got was just them using the spirit board. Midnight ticked around. Yakio got a curse stone. But as you can tell from the sepia tone, now we've got a little bit of a flashback.
Who decided that flashbacks need to be sepia toned?
Big sepia tone.
Fuck you, big sepia tone.
Old movies back before color film was a thing when all films were sepia tone, so now it makes people think that it's old.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, this is a little bit different control-wise in the sense that I'm not actually clicking on things.
As
You may
soon
notice
as you
it's not a
turn
little
to an
thing. As soon
area.
as you actually get highlighted over a set of silhouettes, these will trigger.
Makes it work relatively well as like a hearsay of
Yeah.
hearing conversations going on, but not actively.
Yeah.
Pay no attention.
Fuck you too.
I think this town is filled up with who knows how many corpses.
There's like 15 or 20 mysteries. But there were 7. No, they're called the 7 mysteries. There's like 80 of them.
Is one of the mysteries why it's called the seven mysteries?
Oh no, we know why.
31 Mysteries Phone Show, sponsored by Baskin Robbins.
1,000 show sponsored by Zaya.
The 5 Mysteries Cross.
Legendary curses. 1,000. Well,
It's not even a ghost version of him or anything, it's just him standing
Bowser.
there.
Kamen Rider Thouser. I'm a bad businessman and don't understand how IP rights work.
Also, I taught an AI to hate for funsies.
teach AI to hate for fun.
Then told people that we shouldn't trust AI because it knows how to hate.
I meant this AI to kill mankind. Wait, hold on.
I mean, he is technically correct. The AI does know how to hate. He's responsible for it.
Yeah, so now we get our actual case notes on Michio Shiraishi. Potential motives. Believed to have fallen off the roof. This is an update to the notes we had before. Deceased parents had recently remarried. Rumors among students suggest physical abuse by her stepfather, which may constitute motive for suicide. And now we're back to Yako after having gotten her curse.
Really annoying curse of
Make a noise for 30 seconds and don't be noticed.
Don't be noticed.
Uh-huh.
Fool's procession.
It's funny you should say that.
Well, you see, a wizard did it.
I don't know. Understanding a bear is still going to be very frightening.
Feast of Shadows.
Make that up.
Look, you don't just do a Feast of Shadows or Bottomless Darkness.
The Feast of Shadows, a technique that allows one to create a field that temporarily boosts spiritual energy. In addition to amplifying the spiritual power of a particular area, it can also be used to amplify the strength of grudges and desires tied to the area. The effectiveness of the Feast of Shadows is dependent upon the abilities of the user, but it's possible to limit the scope and range of the spell to such a degree that one could use it to amplify the power of even those not naturally gifted with spirit sense. They can only handle like a half shot.
One can be.
One can of non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, so it is important to note is that Feast of Shadows only has effect after the sun has set. Because the reason why the curses are so powerful is because they're in a limited area with a limited time, so it intensifies the strengthening effect.
Just buy another curse of equal or lesser value.
Buy one curse, get one free.
Yeah.
Mind if I use this killing curse in our present?
No, we know the immediate way to do.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't do anything. Mio's looking right at her.
Yeah.
Define leaving behind evidence. Like, that's definitely leaving behind
A
evidence.
body has been discovered.
Well, yeah, but there's no evidence of how the person died.
It's like, it's not conventional evidence in the sense that you're pretty much not going to convict someone in the court of law, but if somebody knows what the fuck's going on. The drowned body in front of me in the middle of a fucking park is kind of obvious.
If you have knowledge about the curse stones, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's gonna hold up in court.
No, it's,
No,
to some
but
extent, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter the court, court part of it, but that doesn't mean there's no evidence left behind.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's the case for all the curse stones or just for this one.
All of them would be a good bet, but who knows?
Given what I know from later stuff, it is less a matter of the curse stones and more a matter of Mio.
Oh, okay.
Like we have the implication that in the prologue, the guy who was working for the soap company, that, you know, the prologue character was working for, was under the impression he could just ask for the curse stone to be given it,
Fair enough.
and he seemed to know the curse stone stuff was occurring. So
Yeah, I don't know that it's ever fully clarified, but I believe what's going on there is because Mio has actual like spiritual abilities, the curse stone does not want to go to her.
She has an elder sign. Steal the curse's power away, right?
Looks more like a tree.
No, she has a fantasy flight elder sign. Elder sign actually is a tree thing. It varies,
Tree.
but
It varies wildly depending upon what mood H.P. Lovecraft was in. If it was somebody other than H.P. Lovecraft writing a Cthulhu Mythos story, like there are many different depictions of the Elder Sign. One of which is like a star with an eye in it. All right, so we just have to make it to morning. Then Mio will help us get rid of this curse.
I'm sure that's easy.
We could just go home. It's like midnight.
go to bed, say fuck it for now. Start this again in the morning.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, now I'm going to ask you very carefully, Yako. Till the morning comes, don't kill anyone. Aww. But Mio.
Ew, you're not my mother. I do what I want.
It'd actually be extremely funny to me if for the rest of the game no one gets killed and this just ends up being an entirely slice of life game. It's not going to happen that way, but...
Yeah, just find someone who won't even die if they're killed.
Alright, we only have to do this 100 times, so...
Hey kid, want to resurrect a dead body?
Sure.
In the process, I will also show you numerous dead bodies.
Yeah, this is so because there's no guarantee over which storyline you go through first. They kind of have to cover a lot of the same information.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there are other curse bearers.
It also wouldn't make sense if they just suddenly do all this crap, so...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the curse bearers do actually suddenly know all this crap. Literally, becoming a curse bearer imparts them to the knowledge of the fact that like curses exist. Here's how you use this specific curse. There are other curse bearers. Killing a curse bearer gets you a ton of soul dregs.
Saw that with the detective when he got it because there was no one there to like tell him about supernatural stuff. Downloaded to his head.
Yeah.
Use this curse to kill non-humans. How many ants would I actually have to kill?
It does specify humans only get soul, or the only thing that gives soul dregs.
That does put a very funny image in
Ants
my
don't
head,
have
though.
souls.
That really does put a very funny image in my head, though, of the detective like leaning down next to an ant pile. Lie to me! Lie to me, ants! Detective's lost it.
Also, would be like a really unfair circumstance because, like, as Grandpa just pointed out, like there are some curses that you just couldn't have animals trigger.
Mm-hmm.
No, but oddly enough,
What are you
it'd
gonna
be
do? Go
easier
around
for
duct
Yakos
taping
to-
lighters to gerbils?
Viable option.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Here,
another great
ants,
mental
take this
image.
sugar-covered matchstick into your den.
All right, one of you pigeons is gonna pick this up and then bam.
On the other hand, it makes a fool's procession better because this is probably
Yeah,
easier
so
to
Yeah,
get
you
away
can wipe
from
at animals, no problem. Full possession.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason, duct taping lighters to gerbils is sending me.
Man running around town scaring off dogs that immediately keel over. And any animal that walks away from him dies.
Runs into a throng of seagulls like ooga booga booga booga. All right, that was 0.01%.
Making progress.
Oh, that seagull was especially eating.
You murder a bunch of seagulls, do this 2 or 3 times, all of a sudden, 43% soul drag. Wait a minute.
I'm about to ruin an ecosystem.
The cursed seagull. Let's see, all the other ones will give you like 0.1.
Also, yeah. Yakko here. Yakko's, what if a little curse as a treat?
What if I just kill like 1 or 2 people? It's fine.
Japanese high school
Mio?
girls these days.
Do you know her that well? I don't think you do. Quick, Zero System, what should I do?
Don't. I've analyzed all possibilities.
That's weird. Zero System just says kill lots of people.
Yeah, but the Zero System always says kill lots of people.
I mean,
Hero also always says kill lots of people. Doesn't. Unless they're mooks. Tons and tons and tons of mooks die.
the Zero System
If your
only
curse
tells
stone was activated by murdering people with a Buster Rifle, he'd be called out.
like, the Zero System only tells you what you need to survive.
If everyone else is dead.
True.
Survive.
Hell,
Blow yourself up.
right, hell, if that's how it works, Katra could probably redeem freaking revivals. Like a dozen, even.
Aside, I finally recognized what Mio's design reminds me of. He's got a little bit of a Serial Experiments like art style. I think it's coincidental. I don't think it's like intentional, but
God damn it.
Hey, Mio, you can't see me, right? Can you hear this?
What's up?
it's a ghost.
Meanwhile, in Copland,
So we were investigating a police officer who died in the gardens 2 days ago, I want to say.
yeah, it's 2 days ago.
And then at the very end, the detective got the curse stone for hanging
Evergreen
for the
Beach,
Evergreen Beach.
which is just as soon as somebody lies to you, you can kill them. Now, what's interesting is, as a whole, the Evergreen Beach acts as a very interesting meta thing as well. Because Tsutsumi doesn't necessarily know when somebody's lying to him, but we always will.
Someone lies to us, we'll get the option.
We'll get the option to use the curse. So that in and of itself is sort of a mechanic for us to keep track of. I'm never silly, Ario. I'm exactly as serious as a super scientist should be.
Yeah, he has that look.
Yeah, no, we've covered this. They gave Dr. Venture Dr. Orpheus's hair and called it a detective.
There we go. I think we should test this out. Lie to me real quick.
So we had to the Goku Bridge. You see, we can't look at the surroundings. All we do is think, look at June, and talk to him.
You can trust me not to. Use curse.
Yes, it turns out Tsutsumi is in fact part of the Paranormal Affairs Department.
Spooky sleuths.
What?
Now we get our file on the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist with their cases, including Mio Kurosuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of paranormal affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kuiru is a elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he's rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in his office is usually occupied by a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Got updates on June. Basically, just the update is that he was interested in.
Was he previously related to Richter Kai?
Yes.
Yeah, he mentioned earlier that there was a weird dude that went through the academy with him.
Yeah.
And then when we were talking about Richter Kai, it was when we were in the Housewife chapter talking to Richter,
Yeah.
it was really like, oh yeah, you went through the academy but then dropped out. Yeah, as an adult, Jin continues to hold on to the faint hope that the world is as he pictured in his youth, a thrilling place in which superhuman heroes do battle against secret evil organizations. And then Tetsuo, we got the update. Previously a member of the Secret Paranormal Affairs Bureau within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division, makes use of his experience to investigate the ongoing large-scale curse incident with his partner, Junari. Suites when he was sent to different locations. Shot a ghost, but never seen one. How do you? No, you know what? Never mind.
Oh god, even he's doing the comparison.
Well, no, sorry, never
Wait, is she his daughter?
mind. Just two people coming up with the same weird metaphor.
Interns.
Listen, you want to arrest the bird? You're welcome to try.
Ah.
I mean, that's a pretty reasonable conclusion. Find the person that started the Feast of Shadows and get them to shut it down. As usual, the cops are too busy to deal with the actual problems.
Guys, I swear, this bowl is a portal to the meat kitchen. We gotta keep eating.
By the way, what you're complaining about. I haven't had problems with the meat dimension ever since I started eating.
Start looking for curse bearers.
Stop doing that.
Can't actually look at the surroundings or anything.
So nice of them to just stand there, wait for us to say something.
Trying to look around. You invited me to a conversation.
Yeah, I gotta look around. Any bird stickers?
Thank you.
I know. Talk to him.
That's the first thing he's lied to us about?
I think the previous line was the comment about
Yeah, that he wouldn't use it on a normal person.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
As we know from when we were playing as Okie, he's absolutely killed people.
crazy thing is we don't have to worry about his curse.
Oh shit. Not entirely clear if Tsutsumi is lying there or not.
So I imagine we had it on one turned on.
Yes,
that
we would die.
there.
Correct.
It is also interesting that it triggered off of something that the detective didn't know was a lie, but we did.
Hmm.
Because it triggered off of him saying, "There is no escape from my curse."
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's pretty clear that Tsutsumi can't actually tell when he's
Right,
lying
right,
via
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now we have 2 curse stones.
Yep. It's also worth noting, because I don't know that this really came up the last time around when we were dealing with Namagaki. One of the things that triggered the lying was when he said, "There's somebody I want to resurrect."
Huh.
Hmm.
Inaccurate. So now if we also have the curse of the foot washing,
Uh huh.
can we use it without turning the voice volume up?
Now that we have it, we actually get the whole blurb for it. Kills by crushing one who hears the command, wash. She was an accomplished Omiyoji. At last, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up, but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone, please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil.
You have two.
Oh, there are a bunch of Onmyoji. Again, keeping in mind that the basic idea is that the curse stones allow a curse to be used by people that aren't Onmyoji. Other than that, anytime the curses are activated, it has to be done by an Onmyoji.
Or some degree of spiritual power.
It is specifically does say that the kind of curses that the curse stones activate can only be done by particularly powerful Onmyoji. Even somebody with just general spirit power could not actually use these curses.
I think that was one of the things Neo specified
Yeah.
when we were talking to her.
Maybe that guy was just a piece of shit.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm already a cop. I can't make my urge to kill any greater than it already is.
I'm fine, Enryo. If you can get cures for spirit drugs by killing people, then I'd already have a full up thing. Got my own curse stone. It's this gun.
Yeah, I'm not spiritually sensitive. I'm spiritually dense.
All right. Well, we are now back to even with everybody since the housewife story had jumped ahead a bit.
Quick question. Can you scroll up a little just so we can figure out... Okay, so it's immediately after... Or this is the point in time when... I forget her name, but the friend who was into the occult of
Yeah.
Okie died. Okay.
Well, she died at the end of this, and this is where
Okay.
the split happens, because this is the part where he's the one that ends up dying.
Okay.
Top route, because that's the true route.
I'd say Harué because we haven't seen her at all today.
Sure. So the last time we left them, basically Harué had asked Richter to help her find curse bearers and succeed in the rite of resurrection. Basically get them to give up their curse stones. She essentially agreed not to actually kill anybody. That was almost certainly a lie. And also she had discovered that Michio had been involved somehow in the kidnapping of her son. Richter had found somebody who witnessed it, which was the teacher from the school. But the one thing in this room that was not there before, the newspaper. This is the actual important one.
Only about your car's extended warranty?
Not again. Ah.
Kamigat Bridge, one of the bridges spanning Sumida River, was completed in 1927 as part of the reconstruction effort following the Great Kanto earthquake. Notable both for its distinctive blue arches and the cutting edge, for the time, techniques used in construction. There are many bridges stretching across the Sumida River, each boasting a unique structural form and design. Paid for by the Sumida City Tourist Bureau. River.
Yep. Water.
The Filth Creek? No, it's not usually what I think of.
It was fine up until they built that industrial waste plant there. This produces industrial waste. I don't even know what the fuck the point is.
Actual purpose.
Sludge the hell out of the Sumida River.
Sumida River industrial waste supply and dumping. Look, we heard there was an initiative to clean up this river, and we said no. Our awful, filth-filled river is a byproduct or a staple of our great country.
Fun fact, also fairly Similar to the origin of why vampires can't cross running water. Because it's seen as the border between life and the afterlife.
Yeah, it's weird that that's one of the myths that actually is parallel between cultures.
I mean, it's a pretty obvious parallel to draw.
Yeah.
Details about the Sumida River, part of the Arakawa River system, runs through much of eastern Tokyo, empties the bay. It was used for transportation of lumber, used for construction. It's also a place for the common folk to gather and enjoy activities such as seasonal flower viewing or river bathing. And there are just many woodblock prints depicting such activities. When the surrounding environments were industrialized and in the post-war period, had issues with sewage. There's the Ryogoku and Azumabashi bridges, which attract a large number of visitors to sightseeing spots. Massive fireworks displays in the summer are also used sure to draw a crowd. It served as a cornerstone for both the city and its people, having both aided in its development and serving as an inspiring backdrop for countless works of arts and literature.
Right over there, Common Rider fought a fish monster. Which Common Rider? Couldn't tell you. They all look alike to me.
I don't know, the bug one?
That doesn't help.
Well, Mr. Richter, if I had a nickel for every time I found a body floating in this river,
Like
That-
$1.55.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. To me.
Huh.
Yeah, so that gruesome murder we heard about on the Tsutsumi path, she's the one that found the body.
All three paths. Whoa.
Coincidence.
They are all secretly the same person.
That seems.
And the latest adaptation of Magister Negimagi takes a real weird turn.
That's Sink Hill.
Also, brutal murder. Brutal murder accessory.
We did also get an update on Higaki. You can see now that its curse echo is listed as abandoned.
I assume that's in Forks. The one with where we get his curse echo. Or not his curse echo, was curse stone.
Yeah, could have killed him.
If by forks you means ends, yes.
Killing him just in.
You don't kill people as Tsutsumi.
Fair enough.
Fair.
He is about the only one where every time you have the opportunity to kill somebody, as far as I can recall, it leads to a bad end.
I feel like we're de-syncing.
Inspector Tatsumi skinned everybody.
Well, you see, Tatsumi is the only kind of good cop, a fictional one.
Him and Cosgrove.
I mean, in fairness, they didn't fall ill because they were looking for her body. It's not like a mummy's curse thing. They fell ill because they were diving this shit awful river.
Shit awful river, yeah.
Like, you want a full-on diving suit to go in there. You don't want to touch any of it.
Listen, I figured it'd be quicker to go fishing if I just filled the entire river with toxic sludge, so all the fish would rise to the top after they die. It's efficient.
Does fish always have 4 eyes?
Yes.
No, it used to have 6.
I don't know shit. I'm not a narc.
Damn.
I guess you solved the butcher murders. Still have that pony I was gonna get for you? Opens door, skeleton of a horse. Closes door. No, I don't.
Oh well, better throw that in the river.
Go dunk him in the river until he talks.
I mean,
Or
he's
melts.
He's not talking after getting dumped in that river.
Dunks him in. Alright, you gonna tell me and only pull back legs? Oh. Yeah. The toxic crusader climbs out of the river.
Without legs.
Mr. Joichi.
Silence, Mr. Jonoichi.
I think we're playing Mad Libs.
So again, it doesn't actually matter what we guess here. We did get it right because I know what the right answer is. But if you get it wrong, you're just like, no, actually. How despicable.
A game theory. Wait, no.
It's a theory in a game, so technically.
Ah, damn it.
Likewise, the choice between I'll go first or you go first doesn't matter. You still get both conversations.
I've watched all 5 seasons of Venture Brothers.
Kai, PI.
Can they though?
You look like one half of Ninja Sex Party.
He doesn't.
And not the
indeed.
stealthy one.
Huh, how weird could that be?
That's so, Richter. If that's your real name.
I was like 4. I was in elementary school when the murders happened. Holy shit!
No, we are not curse bearers.
We are murder buddies.
It didn't work, and then a cop ground his face into the ground for 20 minutes until he gave up the stone.
Just stop resisting. They're crying.
To be fair, he gave up his curse stone after 30 seconds, but they just kept on grinding.
To be fair, he deserved it.
Yes.
Also, detective extraordinaire. Kai.
Doves fly out of his sleeves.
Getting more and more elaborate, isn't it?
A sign pops out.
Boat sails down the river with his name on it.
I'd have asked why you thought I was a curse bearer. I mean, look at you.
I'm a stand user, not a curse bearer.
That's profiling. You see a distressed housewife and an eccentric detective, and you think that they have something to do with.
You're just gonna wait for you to pass out for the smell coming off the river to take your curse steps with you. We've been standing here for like 30 minutes. I'm actually kind of surprised.
No shit.
It's just here like, oh my god. David Bowie.
He wants to resurrect Hokusai.
Uh-huh.
That's where I thought she was going when she started mentioning the other thing. What carvings, but
He lived around here back during the Edo period. So remember, it was previously mentioned that the longer somebody's been dead, the more soul dregs it takes to resurrect them.
You'll resurrect him and he'll keel over immediately.
I, Hokusai, have been returned to life, and now will make my greatest work using this new medium, generative AI.
Put him back in the ground.
I would like to return all these soul dregs.
Like, demand a refund.
Even Richard's like, this is stupid. I'm not even going to use the curse stone. I'm just going to strangle her.
Do it with my own goddamn hair.
Strangle life from the fucking river.
Now we get our entry on Katsushika Hokusai. Master ukiyo-e artist, lived from 1760 to 1849. Active during the late Edo period, considered to be the golden age of ukiyo-e in Japan. Born in Honjo, Hokusai spent most of his life in the area now known as Sumi City. One gives a famous works with 36 views of Mount Fuji and the Hokusai manga. Hokusai was a prolific artist from a young age and left behind a wide variety of works, producing an estimated 30,000 pieces during his lifetime. Though the general popularity of ukiyo-e declined during the Meiji period, Hokusai remained a core figure at the center of the Japanese Mei movement, providing inspiration for countless artists around the globe. Despite his fame, Hokusai himself was said to be rather indifferent to money or decorum, and lived a life that quite appropriately resembled that of the whimsical and otherworldly scenes often depicted in ukiyo-e. Though he went by many names, in his later years he took on the title of Gakkyo Rojinmanji, or the Old Mad Painter. Hokusai lived to be 90 years old and never lost his passion for art.
Man, she's gonna be so disappointed when we can't resurrect that guy because he's already involved in a Grail war.
Think there's a servant version of Hokusai.
Not that I'm familiar with, no, although at this point, God only knows with Fate Grand Order. Somehow, despite having the entirety of human history to work from, they're starting to run out of historical figures to make into servants. It's Fate Grand Order. So we do now get our person of interest entry on Ayame Tono, female university student, Curse Echo. Ayame is a young woman working with Yutaro Namagaki. Her love of Katsushika Hokusai's ukiyo-e is so great that she wishes to resurrect him with the rite of resurrection. Everyone else thinks this is stupid. Ayame is a clever but calculating university student who only has time for her own interests. She's making the best of a recent boom in the popularity of female university students, incited by their appearance across TV commercials and radio programs. Ayame is content to ride this trend so long as it allows her to get her hands on whatever she needs and wants in life. Recently, Ayame has figured out that older men will fall for her if she acts a little bit stupid. She was approached by Yutaro Namagaki in town, and although she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him because his family seemed rich. However, she does not think much of him as a human being and is beginning to grow bored of their relationship.
Yes, and they made her a girl.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, it's one of two things they're going to do with him.
Also, limited servant. Only available on limited.
Ah.
No, I'd argue we're after very different things. We want to murder people so we can bring back our son. She wants to murder people because she's bad shit crazy.
This is that we are not the same meme.
Back to the adventures of schoolgirls. We need to get out of the classroom.
Our vision is being limited
Schools.
for reasons.
We're
Before summer.
mostly past that. Oh, shit. So we got an update. He was seen late alone with Hitomi Okuda, classroom late at night by Yako and Mio. A little bit of background on him. He was an honor student, placed under immense pressure to attend first-rate university. However, all that pressure caused him to sink into depression and fail his entrance exams. Struggled to keep up with his classes. Never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers students to be beneath him and largely looks down on them all. And for Hitomi, we got an update here because we had a little bit about her because she was involved with the cop that died. She was regarded by the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Kamigata High School. Fairly ordinary student when she started. However, trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worse. She began associating with a group of delinquents from other schools. She'd wander around town at night to avoid returning home. Warning from teachers about dress code and conduct have fallen on deaf ears. Going on reactionary rampages around school with her friends, breaking windows, disrupting classes. Recently, some teachers are using harsher methods and even corporal punishment to correct Tomi's behavior. This only served to exacerbate the animosity between Homie and the school. She's regarded as the leader of the troublemakers, but the title does not mean her.
Hi. Don't look back, or you'll turn into a pillar of who knows what spice.
General Kamigata High School. His predecessor was nearing retirement, so he began working as a replacement about 6 months ago. Popular among the students are his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending the school. He's affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya. Though he appears to be a simple, amiable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whatever the truth may be, he will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Kamigata High School for some time to come.
7-ish mysteries.
I know, this is the mysteries of the high school, not the town. Hanjo has anywhere from 5 to 150 mysteries.
Everyone knows when you have school mysteries, there's at least one secret mystery past all the others. Maybe more.
I feel like the series was better before they expanded the mystery decks to like 400 plus. But core 150 really had an identity.
151. Plebe.
Oh, please, you're talking about the mystery of the truck that's outside the SS Anne.
Motions are very slow and cautiously with the mouse.
We were told to wait 10 minutes. Has it been 10 minutes?
I don't know. I don't got to watch.
Fair.
We've heard a bunch about this guy. He's the one that uncovered the information about the rites of resurrection and published about it and so on. He also works as a part-time teacher at Kamigata High School. Very conceited, so students don't really like him. He's concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetary reasons have earned him a reputation as a researcher of the occult. The sort of interest in the topic and the resulting volume of article requests he's receiving are undeniably tempting. He's a regular at the Korokikyo Cafe on Hokusai Street, where he can be found outside his work hours writing essays and manuscripts. Published books include A Study of the Unknown and An Introduction to Bondo History. There are so many ways for Yako to die. So there's an important note there in what the storyteller just said. It'll be very difficult for Yako to escape from Araishi while he possesses a curse stone.
Oh. Okay.
I was going to do another
Mhm.
segment at that same time period to change those events.
Yep. Just so happens that the cops are talking to Araishi in the park. This is sort of one of our first indicators that events play out differently dependent upon us actually making choices. Actually, before we get too deep into that, I will just also point out, we're going to head back to the story chart real quick. So the commentary about the branching, you will notice there is no space for branching anywhere around here. So it would usually give you the option to branch. You can see that that section is complete, meaning there is nothing else to do from it. Because otherwise it would be like this. It would be marked incomplete. Because even if it is a branch that eventually leads to a dead end, it still creates a branch and considers it not complete until you have seen both.
I wonder if conversation with that one girl would have gone differently if he hadn't done the detective's route. Detective's route where his stone was taken.
He's not talking about the school.
Oh, you're talking about over
the
here?
bridge,
Yeah, I went
With-
for
with-
during
with
the
Rich.
yeah.
It was
Possibly.
done her first. He would still be a curse bearer at that point. Taking him.
Possibly. I think actually what it is, you can't do this one until you've done that one.
Ah.
It does do that sometimes. There will be boxes that show up that just have static on them, meaning there is a thing here, but you can't do it. I know I ran into at least one of those early on with Harue's route, so that might have been the one. Not everything has branching possibilities. They do it a lot. They don't do it with everything. What you do it? You're a historical researcher. Not gonna change. 2 a.m. Go sleep.
Yeah, it's not suspicious at all.
But, like, why would a teacher need money? Oh,
Oh.
right, sorry. Like, our bad. Mario has lots and lots of inspirations.
Not my fault. You're a dumbass. Now we have the tale of the ever-burning lantern. Kills by disembowelment, one who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. When Hanjo was filled with samurai residences, the spies of the shogunate lived amongst the town people to keep an eye on things. The soba cart on South Waragisui Street served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight at 4 a.m. meant that someone would be having the last soba of their life, and that their belly would be sliced open the next night. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor, but the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he would never forget. Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the sixth bell rang, the man cut his own stomach open. Since then, the lantern could be seen alight before the soba cart had opened, and would flicker out suddenly, even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that it was the man who cut open his stomach visiting from the beyond. So this is one of the first instances. It's been like kind of passingly hinted at before, but this is the first time it's outright said that the seven mysteries and the actual true stories behind the seven mysteries are in some way tied to the record of fates and therefore the rite of resurrection. This is amusing because prior to this, they didn't actually know there were more than seven mysteries. The cops specifically did not know that. Yeah, and this is where it's because he did outright lie to us that he said he hadn't used the curse stone, and now it's like Tsutsumi only found that out when he got his the curse stone from him and found out there were soul dregs in it. Where I am pretty sure he was lying when he said the stone lets him know if somebody's lying whether he chooses to use the curse or not. But again, it's never entirely clear.
Yeah, just from how it seems, how he never reacts when he is obviously lied to, or at least it's obvious to us because the popping up. I definitely do think that he.
Well, the thing is, every time we see it pop up, he's in the middle of an interrogation, so it makes sense not to tip his hand.
Right, not to blow it. So that's like the kind of like he could just be letting them go on it to see if he can get more information. But
yeah.
I wonder if it's actually a case of, we haven't tried clicking it yet, if it is a case of we can basically call any statement out as being a lie, but there's a chance it would just fail out.
No, it is. Anytime the use curse button comes up, the curse is able to be used.
Other aspect of it that I'm thinking is these people aren't actually using the curse.
That's the other thing I was going to bring up. That's the thing I was going to bring up because the storyteller specifically asked that question at the end of Okie's chapter.
Well, yes, but in this instance, it's not. That's a very meta thing because the storyteller knows who we are and that we're in these people. The Evergreen Beach is triggered by people attempting to mislead Tsutsumi. Yeah. As far as these people know, they are the ones that used the curse. So when they say that they hadn't, they are attempting to mislead him.
Yeah, there is also the argument that he didn't use the curse on anyone because in the theoretically the canonical, line, he didn't.
Yeah.
He died in that park and never got a curse.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm only going by what we've seen so far and by speculation that I'm making. I'm intentionally like not looking anything up for this game.
Yeah, well, and
Yes.
I'll also tell you there's certain aspects of it that are never actually clarified.
Yeah, fair enough.
They are left to be ambiguous.
All right.
So part of the reason why I'm saying I definitely think he does not know that they're lying, it's the idea of he's not consciously choosing. Like, it's obviously not. It triggers
He has no
him-
internal monologue saying like, I'll let him get away with that one or anything
Well,
like that. Yeah.
it for the trigger to be able to use. We know that, but he doesn't necessarily know that, and it doesn't automatically.
Oh, and there's a
Well, none of the curses automatic.
That-
trigger.
there, by the way, is an example of what I was talking about. You can see here, this one exists, but it's completely
can't
fuzzed out. We cannot actually do that one because events need to happen before we get there. So there are some things that are like, there's not actually a variation of this where you don't do thing A beforehand. It is just, no, thing A will always happen before you can get to this. So the reason we went back to this is because I do want to show off something.
Other dialogue option.
Yeah. This one doesn't really matter, but... So, one of the things here, the only reason we actually have two options here is because we already did one of the other paths to a certain point first. Otherwise, we would actually have Go Home Alone Without Chicken or Mia. That would not actually be available. It would be fuzzied out and all messed up. There would be no actual text there. Uh, one of the other multitude of ways for Yako to die.
Night, everybody.
Someone who must not be trusted. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? So you may choose to withhold important information from them. So if you have not yet gone through the other path to get here, he actually outright calls out, you do not yet know who cannot be trusted. Because as we know from Harue's storyline, she has suspicions that the janitor at the high school is actually Nejima.
Yeah.
She was like, I saw him, and like even though he looked different, it somehow felt the
20
same.
years in jail.
Yeah, so the only correct option here is to go home alone without checking on Mio.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, we tell him that Mr. Jonoichi is there.
And up on the second floor. So he doesn't
Yeah.
know where to find her.
Yeah, it's interesting little meta progression things where you going through certain paths gets you certain information, which unlocks options that are otherwise not actually available. So interestingly, because the story has changed there, we don't even get an option at that point. Yako just leaves.
Yeah.
So now, as you can see, we have a split there.
Failing to- Also, no more continuing paths off that.
Not yet.
But not even like a out to gray.
Well, because the only one we have at that point that's in the day is this one. I mean, it's very obviously not the end of Yako's story. She just made it home.
Made home, stays home for the rest of the night. Morning comes, fine.
Yeah, she's going to bed.
So now we have Harue having headed home after their encounter with Tomo. Yeah, so Warrior Clan Mansion, they're now police officials, very reputable family. Originally located far away from the city, but the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 forced them to rebuild in a new location. It was at one time a bustling place where members of the social elite mingled. 1 year ago, the head of the house was struck with a sudden melancholy, and ever since, their mansion is silent as the grave. There's not really anything else around here. As you can see, the only other thing we do is we can think a little bit. Basically just thinking, it's all well and good to say we're just going to try and get the curse stones from other people, but nobody else uses their curses, then
Soul dregs. It is not merely having a curse stone.
as you see, that's it. That's the entire section there. That is completed. Now, we're back to Tsutsumi's route. So we've gotten the curse stones off of the idiot college student and the historical researcher. They've now found out that they have 6 more that they need to gather. But they spent the rest of the night traveling to all the other mystery spots, but it's already been so long that the people that may have gotten their curses from there have long since moved on.
Looking right at us.
Going to the final location associated, Kinshibori Park. A dead body has been discovered. Yep. But this is where, in the real timeline, he is actually found.
Report about a dead body being.
Yep. Actually explicitly says, it was discovered by officers. There was another mysterious death in the area just now.
Hey,
How's it going?
buddy, you okay there?
Looks like the lead singer from the
You calling that phone? Not gonna answer you. Shut up. What else can I look at?
I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna answer the phone. We're gonna see. We're gonna hear someone playing Fleur de Lis.
Yeah, oh,
No.
did you?
And that'll be the first of the 3.
one of the 7 mysteries of the dub of Hanjo.
You have hands. You pick
Yeah,
it up.
that's an answer. Why the fuck would I?
It's just Mary. And
Seniority, it means I can tell you to pick it up.
Wrong series. Oh, sorry. Like,
I mean, it would fit.
see Sadako standing like upside down in a phone booth, fishing for change from her pockets.
So we are finally out of
come back.
things.
There's a guy standing next to you. It's the fucking phone, asshole.
It's the storyteller who just whacks you on the head. Answer the goddamn phone.
Hey, Ari, you seen this dead body?
Hey, buddy, are you sitting on a bird sticker?
Fine. Speaking of bird stickers, by the way, you do actually want to wait a little longer. Otherwise, you don't get this bird sticker. To their credit, like the bird sticker page does actually have like hints to where they each are.
Punisher.
Yep, we got Pink Punisher, Pelicanot, the Ostracizer, and Head Hencho. Maybe not.
It has been ringing for like 5 minutes straight. We probably should actually check.
I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Already made the joke.
This is actually different if you just pick up the phone immediately. Fumichika Negijima calling. Well, I tried.
I said what I said.
Still hanging in there, buddy? Three suspicious deaths were discovered that night.
Hours to sunset.
Yeah, see, that is why. See here, again, otherwise is on hold until we pass these. But that seems like a good place to stop for today. Here on Sound Goblin Storytime, we have made it through the first night of the curse. We have 12 hours until sunset, when Nejima says he will kill everybody. So, thank you for joining us again here on Sound Goblin Storytime as we continue our playthrough of Paranormasight, The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. We'll be back tomorrow with more Pokemon ZA. We'll be back on Thursday as we continue our adventures in Kamurocho with Yakuza 0. And right back here next Sunday with more coverage of 4th Ed D&D in hindsight and our continuing story time here with Paranormasight. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Chiv.
I've been Hunter Grain.
And I've been saying.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yep.